last one? Or?
If you want. I feel like this was going to be a longer episode for sure.
Yeah.
Because we got a little bit more into it. I'm hyped.
All right. Welcome back to BevBois, your one-stop shop for all your energy drink reviews. I'm Christian.
I'm Brian.
Today, we got a special guest on the show. Today, we're going to be reviewing the Ghost Energy Strawbango Marg-a-heeeta. Little tongue twister there. So, Ghost Energy, I would say it's one of the newer players on the market. I know they've been around for a while, but their energy drinks are a newer addition to their original like supplement line, which is pre-workouts, proteins, stuff like that. And it's both, just the brand in general, I'd say is one of both of our personal favorites, just from like ingredient profile and flavors alone. So looking at the can, standard 16-ounce can for, kind of like most of the drinks, it's either 12 or 16. 16 more of the time than not. And I usually like Ghost designs pretty well. They're embossed. They have a lot of detail without being a little bit too busy. You see kind of the Ghost logo stands out. It's always a little bit, it's usually white for the most part. Makes it stand out amongst like the busy rest of the can. If you look closely, then you see more of the details, but that's not what your eyes are drawn to immediately. And then, especially with this one, the color palette is really nice. Kind of reminds me of just like a sunset.
I love the orange, the red, and the yellow. The kind of, like the way it fades up.
Yep, it's kind of like a gradient almost. So, big fan of the cans. The one thing I don't like about them is they kind of have this like...
It's like a heat seal on the wrap.
It's a cover, so you can tell this is just a plain metal, silver can, and then they kind of heat seal this embossed cover on there, which not a huge deal, but if it does get frayed a little bit, or if like you leave it in a car for too long, it's just, I don't know. I like the ones that are just kind of like the metal is that color and then they roll from there, kind of like the Monster, where it's also embossed, but it's on the actual can. But that's being pretty nitpicky here. So
shoot,
don't hurt yourself.
Can I see? There's one thing in here. So like the Strawbango Marg-a-heeeta, so Max Tuning is one of the Ghost sponsored athletes from like right when they first started. It was like Christian Guzman, him, and there's a couple others on there as well, but they were like two of the big players since they had large YouTube channels, and they were kind of fitness vloggers. Now Max has a second flavor with Ghost that is the Sour Strips Rainbow Candy. But this was like his first one, since he's very big on Marg-a-heeetas. That's like his thing. Frozen, never on the rocks, although I'm a little bit more on the rocks kind of guy myself, just like my life. But I think they changed the can a little bit since like it went from a more limited time run flavor for like a special release to now being a little bit more of a mainstay within the line. They used to actually have Max's face on it with a Marg-a-heeeta. And then in the like kind of like graffiti in the background, you used to see a picture of Dude, his golden doodle, which was a really cool detail. But obviously, depending on brands and wanting to get things out there, like if you have like a limited time run with like the special cans, obviously you'll see like the initial buzz kind of roll away. So if you want to be a mainstay, you can kind of like shift your focus away from things like that. Like you had mentioned, I love the embossed kind of can on there, especially if like you go towards the Ghost, like you can feel the outlines on the actual Ghost. You can feel it on like the Strawbango Marg-a-heeeta, but that fray, if it's not like heat sealed so properly, it can really dig in. And the worst one is like if the sealant comes right on like where you're sipping from, and you just kind of like keep bugging your lip. It's like when you bite your lip and you just kind of keep biting it.
Yeah, not ideal.
Their branding out there, I don't know if anyone does it better, to be honest. Like, as you guys can see right here, this is actually, I bought this over the holidays for my dogs as a dog toy, just because, but it's a great, I ended up taking it back after they frayed it a little bit, but.
Just like that heat seal.
Yeah, pretty much. That's like what the can could be.
It's kind of bullshit. The heat seals even with stuffed animals.
But I love it. So like now it's a set piece for us. It's great. Price-wise, a little bit pricier. A little bit pricier on the can, but you are paying for.
Pay for what you get. You get what you pay for.
You're getting what you pay for with this, especially, and we'll get into the ingredients on here as well. But a little bit more effort brought into it. Obviously, it's going to be cohesive with the branding of them. They don't claim to be an energy drink brand or a fitness brand. They're a lifestyle brand. They do apparel that is really sick. I actually have like some limited time releases from them, like hoodies, t-shirts, and stuff, and I love it. But it's like $3.19 a can, depending on where you go. You might get a sale at like under $3, but usually $3.19, and then obviously with a little bit of tax here and there. But overall, like, you walk into the gym with this, like, there's kind of like two parts. There's the people who, you know, they got the broccoli hair, they're gonna round their back on their deadlift, and it's gonna be atrocious. Or you're a dude who, or a girl who really enjoys fitness and you like good quality things.
That life.
You're about that life, yeah. And I think it like attracts those newcomers too, to like ease into that fitness lifestyle.
Yeah. Ease into being about that life.
Ease that transition. You don't want to just jump into it and then it's too rough, right? Kind of slides that experience nice and easy. But yeah, I definitely like it. Strawbango too, instead of it being like fully mango and potentially being a bad flavor. I'm hoping that with the strawberry can kind of mellow it out a little bit. They do have a mango flavor, and that's probably going to be a little bit of a basis for this flavoring with the added strawberry. But if you want to take away for the ingredients?
Yeah, so your standard kind of sugar-free, low sugar, super low calorie energy drink, 5 calories, just 1 gram of carb, no sugars, obviously no fat, no protein in there.
Damn.
Yep, no protein, sorry bro. Classic B vitamins, you know, you got B3, B12, B6, some vitamin C in there, which is kind of interesting. 90 milligrams, 100% of your daily value. Citric acid, carbonated water, artificial flavors. Got the L-carnitine, L-tartrate, taurine, caffeine, sucralose. Looks like it's there to be the main sweetener, as it's listed, you know, higher up on the label. And then it's all kind of got some coffee Arabica in there, so kind of a little bit of a blend and a little bit different when it comes to the caffeine, not just your strict caffeine anhydrous. And then what really makes Ghost unique is their actual Ghost energy blend, which I like how they actually list it out. It's not just a proprietary blend. They actually list out the amounts, which is super nice and super rare, to be honest with you, just in supplements in general, and especially with energy drinks. So you got the Ghost energy blend, L-carnitine, L-tartrate, and L-carnipure, so 1,000 milligrams of that. Taurine, pretty standard for most energy drinks, 1,000 mg there. Natural caffeine, you know, just grows in the wild, 200 milligrams. Just fucking get a ghost tree, grow in a ghost patch. God, that'd be so sick. So 200 milligrams from that coffee bean. So interesting there. Again, I'd say anhydrous, caffeine anhydrous is probably the most common form. Then you have people like Celsius where they get kind of the green tea. This is that coffee. Alpha GBC, 150 milligrams.
Huge.
That's a big reason why we're both kind of a fan of that, for that, you know, that cognitive, almost like a nootropic aspect, which is really nice. And then as well as neurofactor, which is, you know, a trademark. That's a little bit more of coffee, fruit extract. And then estrogen, so that is 25 milligrams of that. Not really sure completely what that is, but it says 10-to-1 ratio of Astragalus membranous and 50-to-1 Panax notoginseng fruit extract.
Hip hop?
Yeah.
Hippopotamus?
Yeah, we got to speaking different languages out here. But yeah.
Furniture starts floating.
Yep. It's good, it's good stuff. Only intended for persons 18 years or older. Not sure if that gets followed. Definitely not. Yep. So, yeah, other than that, see what this bad boy's made, if you care. Doesn't look like, Las Vegas, so.
Yeah, that's where they're,
beverages, Las Vegas, USA. So.
They do all their packaging and, for the cans, packaging and distribution is out of the Las Vegas one, where they have a warehouse. I believe they have one on the East Coast, a Central, and then the Las Vegas one. But one of their 2 headquarters is in Vegas next to the packaging, and the other one's in Chicago.
Good stuff.
So I think they do a lot more of the apparel, the supplement versus the energy drink in the Chicago, and then Vegas. I'm a little bit of a Ghost fanboy. That's full transparency. So this one might be juiced up a little bit on the score just because I like their stuff. Going in there, like Christian had mentioned, the Alpha GPC. That's huge for an energy drink, right? Not only are you just getting something that's gonna hype you up, but and you kind of get that energy from it, which it's of course like in the name energy drink, but you get that like mental focus and clarity from the Alpha GPC, and that's just gonna help kind of phase out that like jittery and kind of like almost like ADHD like wiriness to it, where you can kind of lock in. I know that gamers like this because they have a gaming formula that's like a powder, but this is obviously just a ready to drink carbonated version, which is nice. And then the Astrogen, I believe, is there to increase absorption of the Alpha GPC and things like that. And I could be wrong, and maybe don't quote me on it, but they used to have a different type of carnitine. I think this is Carnipure, right?
Yep.
Like the acetyl.
Oh, carnitine L-tartrate.
Yeah, so I think they used to use an acetyl or acetyl, depending on how you say it, it's up to you. But what happened was when they sat on the shelf too long, it changed the flavor a little bit because it wasn't as shelf stable. So they switched it over to this. And acetyl or acetyl, I think it has a little bit more focus-oriented carnitine, whereas this is like quote-unquote fat burner. But you can still get like that focus aspect out of it. The one thing I will say though too, like with the can, it's double dosed on there on the can of the ingredients in that like Ghost Energy blend and that like, nootropic blend. You'll see it on the back with the ingredient label, and they highlight it again over here. So they really want to focus in on the fact that like these are part of the ingredients that are in the can with it, and they kind of go through like legendary energy. Ghost followers, you know, your guys' it's legends, so that's like their thing. Epic focus, zero sugar, no artificial colors, so that is nice. The transparent label is one of the biggest things on here that you just love. Like they're not going to lie to you. They're not going to pull a Bang Energy and be like, we have creatine in here when it's just an inositol stabilized leucine. It is what it is, and it's going to tell you that, and that comes at a price. Right, so you're gonna pay a little bit more and get probably a higher quality can.
Gotta pay the piper.
Gotta pay the piper. Gotta pay the piper. But I'm excited. I'm super excited for this. Obviously, if you guys are fans of them, you guys may have tried this already. But if not, definitely see for yourself. But I think without further ado, let's pop that top.
Hey. Oh,
nice
so
pop.
crisp.
Little spillage. Little spillage. We can see that. A little right there. Let me. It's not bad. Hit the slopes. But.
So we're going with that color.
Ooh, nice and clear.
Yeah, nice and clear.
I spilled a little bit, but we'll go from there. That is one nice thing, is that you're not getting like red dye 40 and just throwing all that into you. Kind of odd. Like, it's not like. It's definitely not like.
I feel like you can smell more strawberry than.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. You definitely do get a little bit of like margarita, like that like lime and like mezcal kind of like smell, which I don't hate. That's for sure. But definitely not like bam. There's a bunch of mango. Take it or leave it. Do what you will with it. It's definitely more mild on the smell.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of mango in a lot of energy drinks anyway. Hard to do well.
It's usually never like a natural mango flavor. It's usually like super artificial, and it ends up being too sweet. Very similar to peach.
Yep.
All right, ready to be legendary?
Let's be legendary.
You definitely taste like that little hint of margarita.
Yes. Never had a margarita, but I'll take your word for it.
Like that little bit of like hint of like lime at the end as well.
I like that a lot. It's very sweet.
It's very sweet, but
Sweet.
it's very good.
Definitely more strawberry than mango.
And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that for sure. Normally I'm not like, give me all the sweet kind of guy. And like I said, maybe it's just being juiced up a little bit because I like Ghost, but I really like that. Like this one's definitely going to be high for me on the ranking. Like strawberry, and then it gets like transition a little bit of mango in there, and then you taste like almost like if you were to take a margarita mix and like put it in that flavoring. The like kind of lime like tartness to it, which it finishes off. It's super complex on the flavor wise. Like there's levels to this shit, dog. I like that a lot though. That would be one I would come like I could get a case of.
Yeah,
for sure.
I like a lot. There's not a lot of ghost flavors that I don't
enjoy.
Like. Yeah, they're all like pretty spot on with their flavors. Yeah, that's good. That's good for sure. First time ever trying that one.
You see a girl at the gym with one of those, you're gonna be like, hey, come here, come here, and she's like, sir, I have a boyfriend. You're like, it's not about you. Can I get a sip of that?
Yeah. Give me your energy.
Give me the energy drink right now. I have one more set left. No, I don't care. Yeah, I just that right there. Let me just. Got a little another sipski here.
Yeah, that is good.
Dangerous. I'll tell you what. This is a hot take. Like I know, like Jaeger bombs and things like that. Like with like making shots. I would do a mixed drink with that, like little tequila. Pour that in there. Sure. Nice. You're at the pool, hanging out.
Yep. Maybe
bring out some French fries, some tater tots. Crack one of those bad boys.
Showing the sun.
Even though I'm very, very ashamed of my body, but I might even pop my own top and just tarps off. Yep. Just to enjoy that. I'd look better. They would focus more on the can than me since it's bright. My pale skin would maybe balance out with it. Overall, can, flavor, the price is like the one thing that like hurts it.
Yeah, it is, but like you said,
you pay for quality.
Yeah, you can't be expecting a cheap price for a well-made product for sure.
Pretty carbonated too, like, but not like, it might burn a little bit if you slam the can.
Yeah, but that's good, so you get to savor it.
Yeah, like the flavor's not one of those ones that you want to rush through. Yeah. And their powders and everything like that was the same way. Like they're meant to be sat down and kind of like enjoyed and sipped versus like just crushing it and gassing the whole can.
Yeah, just crinkle, bro.
I'm gonna be high on this one. I'm gonna let you go first, but I'm gonna be high. I already know. I already know what it is. I'm gonna be really high on it.
Yeah, I like the can a lot. The formula as far as like the caffeine content and all the nootropics in there, and this flavor is pretty damn good. So this is probably going to be my highest one one of the higher ones that we've reviewed so far. I'm gonna go like an 8.5. That's pretty high. 8.5. I could definitely drink that. That's definitely could be in my rotation for sure. What are you thinking?
I don't know if I'm just juicing the score right now, but like that's one. And it's so weird because like I don't like super sweet. Mm-hmm. I'm going 9.1.
Okay.
9.1.
That's tough.
9.1 on it, man. I like it.
Deservingly so, though.
Yeah.
It's definitely a top tier flavor for me.
Yeah.
And just in drink in general, when it comes to energy drinks, can't go wrong with it.
You give me a 0 caffeine version of that, I'm rocking. I'll still drink that.
Oh yeah.
Regardless of
for sure
any benefits, I think the flavor's that good. I'm rocking with it. Yeah. That's my girl. That's Bae. Yeah. That's Bae.
Yep. Top tier.
Love it.
It's top tier.
But yeah.
That was our review on the Strawbango Marg-a-heeeta Ghost Energy. Go ahead and comment down below what you think of it or what your favorite ghost flavor is. If there's another one that you think we should review on the channel, what you think, what you like about it, what you don't like about it. And yeah, that concludes this review. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Let's go!
Yes!